It's me. Right, hang on. Can I bring Ubers back up, Betty, or do you want to slay first?
1 minute, just 1 minute, Dave. I just want to say Happy New Year to you first.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you, my love.
Happy New Year, Jay, and Happy New Year, New Potatoes.
Oh,
new
thank
potatoes.
you.
Happy New Year to you,
Happy New
Betty.
Year. Yeah.
God
To
bless.
Yeah,
everybody.
thanks, guys. Listen, Dave, just before you bring that
Careful.
thing up back on the attic, yeah, I'm trying to be careful right now, but I'm shaking with anger.
I know.
Dave, I was on Laura Lou's panel 2 or 3 weeks ago, yeah?
Yeah.
On a Friday night. It was a Black Friday night, and I'd been with my uncle for weeks, yeah? I gave up everything in Ireland to come over here to be with my uncle for weeks, yeah?
Okay.
On the Saturday, the day after I was on Laura's, which I had no intention of going up on, but it was one of those nights where I ended up there and ended up staying up there with her, yeah? Because I went overtired. That was my sleep time. That's when I was meant to be sleeping.
Yep.
When I went on Laura's panel, okay? Completely oblivious to me. I've got the channel off. I never have the chat on when I'm on panel or the back thing, as you knew the other night, right?
Yeah.
So I went up on the panel this particular night, my first time up with Laura, second time, whatever. And it wasn't until the end of the night when I was getting off and accidentally pressed the little envelope rather than the eject button. And I seen the whole fucking barrage of comments in Laura Lou's chat where this piece of fucking shit that is the most... Every human being on this planet is more Irish than that piece of scum could ever be, was in the chat. And Dave, just bear in mind, never, in spite of my love for my country, in spite of how much I would die for my country, and seeing what that man says and what he's done with his can't big up the fucking people that are slaughtering our people enough. I never said a word to him in my life, never even acknowledged him, never said a word to him. I let Mr. Deegan take care of him, yeah? Never said a word. So I'm up on Laura's panel for one night where I'm meant to be sleeping, Dave, so I'm having a break, okay? And all I could hear in the chat was Dejected Tomato, who I absolutely admire, was in the chat going, what he's just said about her uncle, what he's just said about her uncle. So I read the whole way up the chat, and this alcoholic waste of fucking oxygen was in the chat being absolutely cruel about my uncle, who is 1,000,000 times the man you could ever be, even buried, 1,000,000 times the man you could ever be. And he was slagging off the fact that I was on a panel for the first time out of the weeks that I'd been here with my uncle. So I obviously don't give a fuck about my uncle. This is what he was saying in the chat. She obviously doesn't care about her uncle because I took a few hours break to talk to another human being outside of went about my business, and I didn't see him when I was on here last weekend, and I need to apologise for last weekend, because when I got on Laura's panel the other day, sorry, not last weekend, a few days ago, I'd been on a 48-hour bender after burying my uncle, which I made it clear when I went on the panel. Look, I've been on one for 48 hours. People who don't drink don't understand what that looks like. When I got on Laura's panel, I had no intention of staying up there, but when I did get up there, there was a full litre of vodka and a bottle of orange juice in the fridge. When I got off Laura's panel, there was nothing left in either bottle. So I apologise if I fucked people off that night, if I overspoke everybody, if I cunted everybody off or did whatever I did. I apologise massively, because I should never have got up on the panel in the frame of mind that I was in. But I think I was fine for the first hour. But I think after that, Dave, I lose concentration. I lose what time of the year it is, when events have happened, what's going on. So I apologise for that. But anyway, I just thought about half an hour ago, I thought, you know what, I've just watched the fireworks, I've done the whole thing. I'm awake. I'm going to be awake for the next few hours. I'll come on and say goodbye and Happy New Year to a few people, because I'm deleting my account in a few days.
Well, just to put things in perspective, I'm sure you're not the worst on it.
Finish. 2 more minutes, let me finish. I just find you live, and I come in, and that piece of fucking scum who has to buy his way on YouTube is up here talking about a man that I buried a few days ago, that he isn't worth licking the shit off his fucking shoes. Still talking about my uncle. So bring the fucking wasteless piece of shit back up on the panel. Please, thank you very much, Dave.
Okay. Go on, Spuds.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even remember what I was going to say now after that.
Not Spuds.
No, Spuds wanted to say something and you said you needed to finish.
Sorry.
I can't remember now after that, but yeah, people should keep families out of it, man. Come on, you know what I mean? Have a little bit of fucking decorum.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to bring him up now.
Do you know what? I actually came on here in a good mood. I wanted to say Happy New Year and goodbye
big
to
up,
everyone.
Betty.
Knowing that I won't be coming back for at least another 10, 11 months or whatever. And the cunt started. And do you know what else he did, Dave? The first night I came back here on the 6th of December was on Tyrone's Girls' Night. A girls' night. Yeah. I was on the panel. I literally about 60 seconds, Tyrone will tell you this, when Ubers jumped up and tried to get nasty about the state that Ireland's in at the moment and how they won the election. Really just try to dig it in. It's like, I didn't say a word to you. I'm not cunting off anybody else, but you want to come at me about a country that I love that you should not be in, you piece of scum. And I didn't say a word that night, but then he started with my uncle, and I had to then go down because the day after I was on Laura's, Dave, the reason why I knew I had an extra... The reason I knew I had an extra break, my family was coming over to spend the day with him. And I got cunted off for being on Laura's panel for a few hours and not caring about my uncle, who I'd been here with for weeks, who I was sitting with when he died last week. So come up, Ubers, you piece of fucking shit, because I know all about you and your brother in the bedroom, cunt.
Right, I'm going to bring him up. I'm going to bring him up now. No, Betty. I'm going to bring him up now. Let him have his right to reply.
No, Betty. When I'm out of Gypsy, when I'm out of order, just tell me to shut up. Yeah, because I won't shut up. I won't shut up.
Fine.
See you under a bloody black sky.
Betty. Let him speak first, and then you can respond.
Okay.
Go on, Ubers.
Well, first of all, I want to say that I'm very sorry about what happened to your uncle, and rest in peace. May his memory be a blessing. And I want to say that first of all. And there's a lot of things that you have said there that is simply not true. So let's address it. So what happened was you went up on Laura Lou's panel, and you have, accused Yogi. You know what I mean? And I've said this before. You're not the first. Let me
what goes on between me and Yogi? None of your fucking business.
Right, hang on, Betty. Right.
You're not the first person, to do a dye or a fecal, type of throw everything, across the thing. You know what I mean? Dye did exactly the same thing, and so does, Lisa Smith. Fecal or whatever you want to call her.
Piece of shit. I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who these people are.
You know what I mean?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly
I don't know who these people are. My issue with...
You won't let me talk.
Right, I'm going to mute both of you for a second, because if you're both going to scream and talk over each other, you're not going to get your points across, okay? Now, I understand it's a very sensitive subject for Betty, and very emotive, and also understand, Ubers, that you have a right to reply and respond and defend yourself, whatever. Can I say firstly, before I bring you both back up to speak again, even though you're here and I've muted you, that Ubers, right, it's very dear and personal to that individual when they lose a member of their family. Okay, so I understand if we're going to put it down to brass tacks, yeah, we're fetal, we're born, and yeah, we all die. I think we're all aware of that. I'd rather you try and refrain from that language and just respond to Betty as to what she said that you've allegedly said, done. I don't know. So I'm going to let Betty have a chance to speak to you now, Ubers, and then you in turn can respond to Betty, okay?
Okay, so
Betty,
first of all,
said that none of your family. Let's talk about. Nobody knows anything about you, and this is what Yogi has said. And I'm Team Yogi because nobody knows nothing about you. So you say that every single person in your family has never done anything wrong.
Right, I did say that Betty had the right to respond back to you, Ubers, and then you can have your say, mate. Go on, Betty.
First of all, Ubers, take my uncle's name out of
We
your
know
mouth.
nothing at all about.
Will you let me fucking answer you?
Ubers, please let Betty speak, and you can have your chance to reply. Okay, go on, Betty.
Sorry, Dave. First of
No,
all,
don't
Ubers.
apologise. Please go ahead.
First of all, Ubers, don't ever put my uncle's name in your mouth again, or don't R.I.P. him. He doesn't need an R.I.P. from a traitor Irish cunt like you. Do you understand me? So don't R.I.P. my uncle. Leave him out of your filthy mouth. As for Yogi, you lying fuck, I don't care whose back you've got on here. You have to pay for your friends on here. Yogi mentioned me being involved with some man on a fucking mountain that I've got nothing to do with. Nothing to do with, but he put 2 and 2 together and came up with 45. Now, I didn't want to have an issue with Yogi, but this is where I stem from. On the 6th of December, I came back on here and I was on Tyrone's channel. On the 7th of December, I was on Ronald's channel, Ron and Maria, Stone Cold Sober. And Stone Cold Sober, I told YouTube, like a dick, that people lying to me or lying about me has a physical effect on me. Something that's had a massive effect on my life. So Yogi heard that and thought, let's play. Don't fucking play with me is as simple as I can put it. So I came on Laura's after seeing something about Yogi saying something about Laura. As a woman, I told Laura, you trust this man, you shouldn't trust this man because this is what he's doing behind your back. End of story. I didn't go up to start any World War III. It was just me as a human being. With my friends in the real world, if their husband's cheating on them, none of the friends want to tell them. I will be the one that will take the bullet and tell them. Because that's just who I am, okay? It wouldn't have mattered whether it was Laura, Angela, someone I had a problem with. If I seen someone doing something nasty behind your back, I'm going to tell you. That's all that happened. But Yogi couldn't take it like a man. Ubers, just like you. That's why you're backing him up. Because neither of you are fucking men in my eyes. And that's just my opinion. In my eyes. Yogi then went and took what I said on Ron's about fucking lies about me really affect me. And he went and told everybody that I had carried a message from the man on the mountain to Laura's channel that night. So I went at Yogi big time the next day in my community page. And then he took it further and made a video of me calling me an old hag, calling me all the names under the sun. So I went back at him on my community page again a few days ago. And then I come on tonight and he's still carrying on and now accusing me of being part of some WhatsApp group, which I've never had. So you know what? You and Yogi go fuck yourselves with a hot poker. You're not worth shit in my eyes. Neither of you are men in my eyes. You don't hunt a mentally ill man down to his job or his work when you don't have either because you don't like his words on YouTube. You don't put a map up of someone's fucking children in the area they live in, no matter what she's done to you. You deal with it on YouTube and you never fuck with another man's husband like you do when he puts a roof over your head. So you big up your Yogi Ubers like you big up the cunts that are slaughtering my people in my country. And the best thing you can do is get the fuck out of Ireland before I get there. That's all I've got to say to you.
Okay, right, over to you, Ubers. Over to you. Ubers? Ubers, you're unmuted. Ubers?
I think you broke him. There you go.
Ubers?
I know all about you and your brother in the bedroom, cunt.